Our study was about the GIS analysis of spatial patterns of call center industry in Tirana in Albania. And I'm with other colleagues from my university and my department. So why did we wanted to do a study about the call centers is because in Albania, after the collapse of communist regime, but especially after 2000, this kind of industry started to develop because it was cheaper for especially there were Italian call centers who would find um, young people in Albania who were good in Italian, and the wages were very low comparing to. So there is a history how the call centers began. The first call centers we can say that started in USA in 1908, and then they grew significantly. Albania's call center are very late in 2005. Now they are almost all of them are concentrated in Tirana, but there are also some small cities that are having now uh, call centers, but still they are not very competitive to Tirana because Tirana is also the most universities in the country. It has a lot of young people who study in Tirana and stay there. Uh, so we are using GIS to analyze the spatial factors influencing the locations of call centers in Tirana. And we also have made a comparative between what are the general characteristics of a call center and how are they presented in Albania, but mostly in Tirana. So usually the call centers have employees that are very young. And this is also in Albania. So the same is in Albania because, as I said, in Tirana we have more of the universities and a lot of students work in these call centers. Mainly sell to the domestic and regional markets. But in Albania, especially in the first years of the development of call centers, they were more outsourcing. So they working in Albania, but for companies that were especially in Italy. After we have a development of coming other companies from Germany, English-speaking companies, and also Spanish. So uh, most of the centers, yeah, as I said, are inbound, but in Albania we have more outbound. But in the last years, we can say that there is a shift, or maybe now it's 50-50, because we also have now developed of inbound calls in Albania. The number of workers in a typical center is up to 50, but in Tirana, we have a dominance of small call centers that have 20 to 50 workers or employees. Uh, there are 3 or 4 of them that now are developing a lot, and they have more than 100 or up to 500 operators, but most of the cases, they are very small call centers. And what is something very uh, characteristic or specific for the call centers is that they have the dominance of women. Someone connects this with uh, the desire of women to be on the phone, but still, yeah. Also in Albania, we have a dominance of women in the call center industry. What are some of the factors that have influenced the rise of the call centers in Tirana, especially? First, as I said, we have a lot. So Tirana is the capital of Albania, and now we have a lot of immigration, inland immigration. So most of the students that study in Tirana, they stay there in Tirana. Although they are not working in their profession, what they have studied, they still stay in Tirana. So we have a lot of inner migration toward Tirana. So this industry is not suffering for employees. Youth proficiency, especially for Italian, but now it's changing because the new generation is not so fonded about Italian, but they are good in German and English. As I said, the wages are very low comparing to other countries, especially for countries that from which the companies come. And also, we kind of have a cultural orientation toward Italy, so we are very fonded in working for Italian or being with Italian and also speaking Italian. Um, Other contribution factors, we can say the decrease of the price of electronic devices used in the call centers. In the beginning, maybe it has been like very expensive to open a call center with a lot of computers and the internet and everything, but now the prices are going down. So the number of call centers and the service in itself is raising a lot. Also, although the call centers, as we will see also in the next slides, are concentrated in the main areas of Tirana and areas that usually are very expensive, still they have like a low cost space because they are very cost effective. So as you can see also in the pictures, in a very little space, they make a lot of profit, and this makes that they can afford even places that are very high in renting. Other contributing factors, we can say the climate is very favorable in Tirana, so they don't spend a lot in air conditioning or other facilities, and also proximity to Italy, as I said, and we are very influenced by Italy culture. So to analyze the spatial pattern of the call centers in Tirana, we used GIS. We tried different sources to digitize the locations of the call centers, and we wanted to see the relation of the call centers location with other facilities, for example, bus station, public institution, and especially to the universities and healthcare facilities. As I said, most of the workers are students, so we wanted to see if the locations of call centers had in mind also these other facilities that would help the students to go very fast from university, for example. They finish school or lectures, and then they just go to work. So are they near the bus stations? So they are very reachable or not? So mostly we used ArcGIS. So the maps were designed in ArcGIS Pro, but sources were also from open source maps and other digitized sources that we had, and some of the call centers locations we digitized ourselves. So here is one of the maps that shows the proximity or distribution of call centers related to the bus stations in Tirana. The ones in gray are the bus stations, and we performed a near tool that is for spatial analysis that show the distance from, in this case, distance from of the call centers from the bus stations. And as you can see, most of the call centers are in are very near the bus station. So they are 134 meters, and then 135 to 315, and the one that is more far is 705 meters. That is still not very far. But also, as you can see from the graphic, the main most of them are very near, not one but two or more bus stations. So they are very good connected. And here is the distribution of call centers distance from public institutions in Tirana. That can be, for government or in this case, we see that also in this case they are very near the public institutions, and this can be very convenient for the managers of these call centers because they are very near the offices where they have to, for example, pay taxes, or they have to apply for documents and other things. So as you see, the ones in very strong color in purple, they are 5 to 100 meters away from public institutions. And so here we performed Krieger or heat maps to see the proximity of the call center or concentration of call centers in relation to higher education institution in Tirana. And as you can see, the main concentration is in this area that we call Bloku. It's the area that was very famous during the communist time because all the party members lived there. It's very expensive now in Albania, but still the call centers are more concentrated in this area, but it's also the area that has also the more concentration of the university or faculties from which the students work in or are employed in this called centers. So we see a pattern here. We see that the special distribution of local call centers in Tirana is not sporadic. Uh, um, it's not well distributed or not connected with all the facilities that promote occupation, or promote the workers to be with them, because also the universities and these clusters are very near areas where the students live. So they are very near to the work, but also near, well, after they finish the work, to go to their homes. So some of the findings, as we saw in these maps, confirm a strategic urban clustering behavior of call centers in Tirana. They gravitate toward well-connected urban nodes, offering access to infrastructure, so the bus station, to talent, that are the universities that always bring, so always students who speak very well one or two foreign languages, and services that are public institutions. So the presence of a flexible student-based workforce and widespread Italian language proficiency has positioned Tirana and Albania as a competitive hub in the region. The development of call centers has brought significant socioeconomic benefits, including youth employment, skill development. So from the surveys that we have done, some of the workers, they have taken trainings for the language, and they admitted that their skill in the language that they were employed was not so good as it was after 1 year of working or 2 years ago. So they also upgrade their language proficiency. So as the sector matures, future studies should explore how evolving the digital infrastructure, remote work trends, and desertification away from the Italian market, as I said, because the new generation is not very connected with Italian as my generation was, may impact the spatial dynamics and long-term sustainability of this industry in Albania. This was my presentation, but you will have the possibility also to read the full article. If you have any question.